Hey everyone, Carlos Vargas here from Vargas and Vargas Insurance. I'd like to thank you for visiting our firsttimehomebuyertools.com website. And my guest today is Steve Palumbi from Meeting House Bank. Steve, thank you for being our guest today.
Thank you for having me today, Carlos.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Hey Steve, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. I'm currently a senior mortgage loan officer at Meeting House Bank. I actually graduated from Suffolk University back in 1983. Got into the banking industry in 1986. Started off working at the Boston company. I was there for 14 years. Started off actually in collections in the foreclosure department, the bad side of the mortgage industry.
Lending business, yeah.
From there, actually, I transferred over into the mortgage department itself. I was doing processing and underwriting of mortgages, mostly for the inner city in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
I was there for, like I said, a total of 14 years. I left there and became a loan officer at Citizens Bank back in 2001.
Wow.
Was there for 11 years.
Wow.
And after I left Citizens Bank, I came to Meeting House Bank.
Long tenures.
It's been a while. It's been 29 years in the business.
Yeah. And what interested you to get into the business? What interested you about the mortgage business that you wanted to? The mortgage,
well, the first one, like I said, when I first started in banking, I was working in the collection foreclosure department, not really the most interesting or the most fun department to work in.
The underwriting side of things, too?
Then when I went to the process of underwriting, I saw the people there working, and it was more helping people to get a house.
Great.
And that was a lot better side of the business.
Which gives you an understanding.
And gave me a lot of exposure. Like I said, I've gone full circle.
Great.
I started actually foreclosing on mortgages, and the worst part of it.
Sure. Yeah.
Then I started processing and underwriting and approving loans. I did that for 8 years. And then from there, I'm on the front side of it now, which is getting clientele and helping people obtain mortgages.
And what areas of the business do you focus on? Is it purchases? Is it refis?
Here at Meeting House, we do everything. We do a lot of purchase business, which is my main focus, is doing purchase business. We do refinances. We offer various programs. We have first-time homebuyer programs. We do conventional loans. We do FHA loans, which are backed by the federal government. We have home equity loans. We have home equity line of credit. But just about anything you want, we have here, including actually construction and business loans also. So
the bank does construction loans?
Yes, we do.
For developers? And
mostly for developers, mostly geared towards developers who are looking to buy properties that need rehab work, to rehab the properties and then sell them.
Great. Can you share with us one of your successes, something that, one of the stories that you
there's not one that really sticks out in mind. There's a whole bunch. I mean, over the years, I've met so many people that would come to me for the first time, looking to get a mortgage, weren't really prepared. So the thing, I sit down with them, I counsel them on what they needed to do going forward so they'd be ready to buy.
Sure.
And if people, did what I asked and, paid attention to what they should be doing.
So
they'd be ready to buy.
Yeah.
Usually within a year's time, most people were at that point.
Yeah, great.
And a lot of the people that I did counsel through the past 13 years now have bought in houses and have closed on the.
I'm sure that they bought homes, right? Because they've come back,
correct.
Because I know you do a great job. Great job. Is there one bit of advice that you could give us, or give anybody who's listening or watching our video, in the next 30 or 90 days or in the next year, what should they be doing? If they were thinking about purchasing a home?
The best piece of advice I could offer for that, there are so many nonprofit agencies that have first-time homebuyer education classes.
Right.
That's for the novice person that has not owned a home, or even people that have bought a home and are going to buy another home if they had issues the first time. They'll take you they have the classes, they'll take you from A to Z, soup to nuts, of what you need to do to be prepared before you buy your house.
Great.
And within the 6 months to a year's time, you should be ready to go.
Great, and you can find some of these resources on our resource tab on our firsttimehomebuyertools.com website. What's your favorite part of your day? What do you enjoy doing?
There's two parts of my day. Not so much just the part of every day. The parts of the day when I have happy clients.
Happy clients.
And there's two different instances where that happens a lot. When a loan gets approved and I get to call the client, or they come in the office and I tell them their loan's approved, they're going to own a home.
Yeah, right.
And the other time is the actual day they close in the house and they actually have the property.
Great.
That's when you see that's when all the hard work pays off and you see the happiness and with all the clientele.
And if somebody is looking to hire a mortgage professional, what would your advice be what would you say? You know, ask them how long that they've been in the business. Ask them
a lot of if you
who
go
they work
for a loan officer, the main thing is to ask them how long they've been in the business or what's their experience doing it. Another main thing is about the bank itself, where they're working. I mean, how long can they turn a loan around? Because a lot of small community banks like Meeting House are able to do deals and turn them around in 30 days or less.
Great.
Where a lot of the main name banks that you know out there, they just can't do it in that time frame.
Yeah, there's a lot of cumbersome
There's a lot of
processes in the way with the bigger
I mean,
guys,
we have our whole process. The whole mortgage department is here in Dorchester.
Yeah.
So any questions, I can walk across the hall and get an answer to.
Great.
We're not waiting shipping files across across the country like a lot of the big banks.
Yeah.
And we're able to get things done much quicker.
And what's the difference between like a conventional and an FHA mortgage? I don't know.
Conventional is just pretty much straightforward mortgage for the good buyer that has good credit and has some money to put down.
Okay.
That's just the best way to go. FHA, like I said, it's a government-backed, federal government-backed mortgage. It's good for people that don't have the best credit. They have good enough credit to get a mortgage, but they have their standards are a lot more lax than conventional mortgage investors.
Okay. On the FHA.
On the FHA side. And you can do it. They have much lower requirement for down payment, and their credit requirements are less stringent than it would be for a conventional loan.
And if somebody's looking to refinance their house, what would your advice be? Would it be to kind of look at what they're now paying? If somebody has PMI, would it be a good thing to try to get out from that?
The main thing, right, if you have PMI, if you're looking to refinance, there's a lot of different things you have to look at. First of all, the rate. I mean, rule of thumb, you want to make sure you're going to drop at least half a point off your current rate.
Okay.
And it all depends on the size of the loan. That can vary from a point, half a point to a point, but it's going to depend on the size of your loan and so forth.
Okay.
The thing in the Boston area right now with the recent increase in values the past 2 years, a lot of people that have PMI, there's a good chance now that if there's enough equity in your property to refinance and get rid of that PMI payment.
And what does PMI do, or what does PMI not do? It doesn't protect the homeowner, does it?
PMI is nothing for the homeowner except add to their monthly mortgage payment.
Yeah.
PMI is there to protect the bank.
Okay.
Because you're not putting a big down payment. There's not a big down payment being made.
Yeah.
And that's the insurance that guarantees in case the property goes into foreclosure.
Okay.
And values have come down in that area. The PMI company that insures it will make up the difference for the bank, so they're not taking a loss.
Okay, so it doesn't protect the consumer.
It doesn't protect the consumer whatsoever.
The bank. And are there any offers that you or the bank have out there? Any kind of special offers?
Yeah, we can make an offer for your clientele that come to that see this website and come to the bank and see me.
Great.
Any client that comes through and lets me know that they saw this this presentation.
Yeah.
And is referred to by Vargas and Vargas, we can give them a $300 credit off their closing.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Okay. So that would come off of their closing costs.
Come off the closing costs, $300 automatic.
Great. And food is a central part of my life. And so let's close with this question. What is your favorite food?
Favorite food it would be Thai food.
Thai food.
I love Thai food.
I'm not familiar with Thai food at all. All the other foods, I guess.
Well, we're going to have to take you out and have some.
Absolutely.
It's delicious.
Yeah, so we're going to have to do that pretty soon. So in closing, I'd like to thank Steve for giving us the time out of his day to come and be interviewed. Where can they reach you? What's the best way for anyone to contact you?
Best way to contact me, you can call my direct number, which is at the bank at 617-322-3116, or by email, which is spalumbi@meetinghousebank.com.
And this information will be in the show notes and the video notes. So just go back to the firsttimehomebuyertools.com website, and Steve's contact information will be part of our show notes. And I'd like to thank our friends at Meeting House Bank for allowing us to use their beautiful boardroom here. And if you think that this this podcast was anyway useful, I'm hoping that you would share it with your friends and family. You can also send us a comment, whether you liked it or you're not, or you'd like us to touch on different subjects. If you go to firsttimehomebuyertools.com, and you can type us out a message there, or you can leave us a voice message there. So thank you, and have a great day. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you, Carlos.
Steve.
Take care.
Thank you.